never seen again. Didn't even make it. Oh well, bitch. I got a shovel in my basement. I got a shovel in my basement. I got a shovel in my basement. Never seen again. Didn't even make it. Oh well, bitch. I got a shovel in my basement. I got a shovel in my basement. I got a shovel in my basement. About a zip a day, can your foolies get away? I'm a baller, yes a baller. I'm the one your bitches calling. Got that coke up in my lungs. I ain't tripping, having fun. Watch out for my fucking gun. I'ma smoke you like a blunt. Rolling slow with the foe, pointed at your head. Now you're dead, time to go to bed. Waste my fucking lead. I'm just doing all these drugs, trying to keep up with the thugs. Big boys turn to light, now you have to say goodnight. Laughing to the bank, on my weed be hella dank. Ha 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 ha, now I'm gonna shoot 'em all. Watch them fall in the middle of them all. Blood coming from the eyes, I know it is the demise. What the fuck you thinking? I'm creeping in the street. Let you with the beat, starting at your fucking feet. Skin boiling up, don't think I give a fuck. Get so never seen again, didn't even make it. Oh well, bitch. I got a shovel in my basement. I got a shovel in my basement. I got a shovel in my basement. Never seen again, didn't even make it. Oh well, bitch. I got a shovel in my basement. I got a shovel in my basement. I got a shovel in my basement.
There we go. We get the whole unboxing hype, I guess you could say. Let's turn on Freddy Dread. Let's turn on Freddy Dread. How y'all doing? Been a while. Been a hot minute since I last streamed. Want to say it was back in like July. It's been a hot minute, but I've been like busy, so watching your stream while driving, bruh, I hope you're not like, bruh, keep your eyes on the road, please. Hey, Drifter, what's good, my friend? I'm pretty happy. Okay. So, yeah, who here's excited? After seeing the Unbound trailer, who here's excited for Need for Speed Unbound? Because I know I am. I'm hyped as hell. The thing is, though, this trailer, at least, and I'm going to bring it up here in a second. Now, I do need to kind of like fiddle around with the trailer while it's up because copyright and all that. But yeah. Okay, but how you typing though? How you typing? I saw some people were like crying about the aesthetic, but I think it looks cool. I think it looks tight. It reminds me of Jet Set Radio Future. As you hear me eat. I'm gonna keep it like very low because I think the label and everything's kind of fucky. But be unruly. But yeah, no, I thought this was a really good trailer for what they were trying to go for. Okay. I was gonna say, because like I could not do that. When I'm driving, I'm focused. I'm like mad focused. I can't do that. But no. I think they did a really good job. I think what they were trying to get across with this trailer was they wanted to really kind of like show off the vibe, show off the theme, kind of like let everyone know we didn't go anywhere with the street racing. It's all here. We're not going back to like the Criterion like Most Wanted 2012 or Hot Pursuit. Like this is still a underground-esque Need for Speed game. You know, with customization, you know, got the illegal street racing vibe, and they showed that off really well with this trailer, I do have to say. Like, with this trailer, they did a fantastic job with that. The cell shading gang, yeah, no. I think it looks great. Again, to really kind of, in my personal opinion, like, I guess I need to play the game to see it all kind of come together. I think it looks great. I have a feeling it's going to come together well, but at the same time, I need to see the game first. I mean, to like see gameplay, I need to sit down and play the game. That's another thing. Audi's gone. Audi's not in the game for whatever reason. Not saying I'm a huge Audi fan, because I'm really not, but like that does suck. But yeah. Let me just put this on the Discord that I'm live, because I don't think I've done that yet. There we go. But yeah, I mean, also S14 showing that off. I will say I'm a little disappointed with the car list. Personally, I'll get to that in a second. Even still, I know for a fact you're not gonna be able to bumper delete Ferrari, but Ferrari's still in there. So I don't know if they're just gonna do something. They couldn't do something like Ferrari does and just prevent you from customizing it, or like, huh? But I want to like pause it every little bit and everything and like kind of talk over it. But we got ASAP Rocky here. And now this car. I mean, in my personal opinion with the designs that they showed off, I think they're a little loud. Then again, I'm not good at making designs, so like I'm not going to sit here and criticize that. But I do think ASAP Rocky's car looks fucking great. It looks really cool. This is like the only gameplay we have. Like actual gameplay right now. By the way, if I'm coughing and everything, it's because I'm still a little sick. I've been sick last week. I still have like a sort of like cough. Be unruly, be expressive, get noticed, change your lane. I'm just reading the stuff at the bottom. Peanut butter is probably not the best thing to have when you're fucking like sick.
It pays the cost to be the boss. Time to show him who's in charge. The boss. Time to show him who's in charge.
Japanese license plates. That's cool. I'm glad that's a thing in the game standard now. There's something else I was gonna point out there. I forgot. But yeah, no. I think these characters look tight. Like the cell shaded. Again, when I heard anime, I was thinking anime, obviously, but like the leak should have said cell shaded. You know. Don't let this distract you from the fact that Roller Coaster Tycoon 2 added the hybrid coaster style. I've not tried Open Roller Coaster Tycoon 2. I should. I own 1 and 2. I should. I just realized you can hear me like drink, take sips and everything. It's so disgusting. We're doing like a part Need for Speed Unbound discussion and a part mukbang. I never really played Borderlands, but it reminds me of Jet Set Radio Future. But these characters look tight. The art style. I'm sorry. Grade A. Grade A. They're doing a fantastic job with that. Jeff Grubb never heard of Borderlands. We got 12 though. Now, obviously these guys look like the Chargers look like the standard Chicago PD, but we got the Ford Raptor SWAT team now. That's new.
put it to you like this.
Okay. I'm not flipping you guys off or anything, but like, I just do that. I point with my middle finger for some weird reason. Anyway, who we got here? We got Steel Spy, Drifter, Alexki. Hopefully I'm saying your name right. Got Abdullah. Got Boo. How are you all doing? Welcome to the stream channel. But this is something interesting. And I hope it's true. My theory. Let me grab another drink of water real quick. Because I am still coughing a little bit. But on this 190, the ASAP has a New York license plate. He has a New York license plate, but this game takes place canonically in like a Chicago, like type city, which is in Illinois. So I wonder if this means, I'm hoping, if they're adding in state plates, they might as well add every single state, like in Midnight Club. Like Midnight Club 3, Midnight Club LA, all 50 states are available for you to have your plate. So I'm hoping we'll be able to put a Pennsylvania plate. And like the Crew 1 as well. Like I'm hoping we're able to put Pennsylvania plates or like individual state plates. We know we have a New York plate. We also have the Japanese plates. I don't think I've seen an Illinois plate yet. Do cop cars have Illinois plates? Okay, it looks like they have somewhat. They have different plates. Oh, they have Lakeshore City plates. Okay.
I put it to you like this.
Bro's got a canteen. He's playing DayZ IRL. I'll give him. You dust me?
I'll let you have that.
I'll let you have that bitch. I'll let you have that bitch. Hey. I keep seeing that. I'm going back for a second. Change your lane. I keep seeing that a lot. I wonder if that's like a new slogan or something. Next Need for Speed in Indiana. To be fair, Chicago is on the border with Indiana. So there might be some Indiana-inspired thing there. I don't know. You know, we got the Japanese plates. Let me inspect these cop cars quick. I thought it said 215, like Philly gang? Got the chopper. What was that guy racing right there? That's an Evo, looked like. Oh, no, that's the fucking 190. What am I on about? I'm on drugs. I'm hoping it's good as well. I'm hoping it's good as well. But also, I don't know how many here were you. I don't know how many of you were here when the trailer dropped, because the trailer was supposed to drop at 11 a.m. Eastern time, but it dropped at 9. They just dropped it early, but I think because Amazon Italy accidentally like put it up put it live earlier. Yeah, no, I'm gonna pre-order. Then again, I'm a fucking Need for Speed racing YouTuber. Like, of course I'm gonna fucking pre-order it. Hopefully, if anyone from EA's watching, put my logo, put the Craptastic Jack logo in the game. But there was some stuff. It dropped at 8. Well, for you, man, it was at 9 a.m. for me, because I was in bed. I was, like, on Twitter when it dropped. I'm like, wait a minute, huh? But I like this. Start at the bottom, race to the top. I was actually just in a Discord call with Niner, with, like, Richard. And we were talking about, like, in Need for Speed, having more clunkers and having more shitboxes being represented in Need for Speed. Like, in my personal opinion, when you're starting out in Need for Speed, you should start off with some absolute shit boxes. Like cars that like break down on you, cars that like are all rusted, and you should have to go and kind of like fix it up and build it to have a proper race car before you're able to buy like more and more, you know? Watched via Theo's live stream. Pre-ordering on later tonight. Yo, Devian, what's good, my friend? Was it on lunch period? Yeah, it's way too early. Dat Cat, what's up, my friend? Sorry for the mukbang, but I'm hungry. Here, there it is. Change your lane. Join the Lane Changers movement to discover the latest in cars, music, fashion, arts, and gaming. No idea what this is. No idea what this is. Today's Thursday, right? Yeah, Thursday Night Football is on tonight. Sorry, this is just a random, like... This is a random, like... I guess you could say mind thing, but I just want to check real quick, see who's playing on Thursday Night Football tonight. Let me just check real quick. Today's the, what day is today? Today's the 6th, so it's, oh, fuck, it's the fucking Colts and the fucking Broncos. Oh, it's fucking annoying. But, anyway, I had to get it out of my system. 180 again? Bro, I woke up at 10 waiting for Premiere, but I checked it and it said dropped like 27 minutes ago. I mean, there's people doing donuts. I don't know if that classifies as a sideshow, but I'm pretty sure in the car list, I'm pretty sure I saw a Hellcat. Yeah, no, Dodge Charger SRT Hellcat 2019. So, there's definitely a Hellcat in here. So I'm willing to, there's a Charger, so I'm willing to bet that you're going to be able to do sideshows and all that shit. More customization? I'm hoping so too. The code name of this Need for Speed got accidentally leaked. Thanks to the Epic Games pre-order shortcut linking to a dead end. Need for Speed Excalibur. Lamau. Yeah. I will say, I'm a little disappointed with the car list. Obviously, it's a disappointment that Toyota, again, doesn't want to be in the game. Audi, for some reason, doesn't want to be in the game now. But again, that's not necessarily on Criterion. That's just the car companies. But I mean, there's no new Hondas, no new Acuras, and by new I mean like the new Integra's not there, new Civic, the Honda Accord's not in there, which I think would be a really cool car. You're seeing a lot of people customizing those cars nowadays. DC2 Integra, DC1 Integra still not represented in Need for Speed, even though those are probably some of the most famous cars in a car scene, especially JDM tuner wise. Oh, we have a Bugatti though, Bugatti Chiron Sport. So there's that. What time is it in my country? It is currently 4:20 p.m. Blaze that shit up. Blaze that shit up. Yeah, it's 4:20 right now. p.m. Eastern Standard Time. New York City time. Ooh, I forgot this. 2008 Ford Crown Victoria. That's gonna be my car. That's gonna be my car. Discord DM moment, Mr. Streamer. I am Mr. Streamer. But I'll check things in a second. S2000. Countach, Murcielago SV 2010. Lamborghini Urus is in there. That's a cool car. I like the Urus. And a bunch of Aventadors and Hurricanes. Yeah, I saw there's no 720S either. I feel like that's a car they should have put in there. The Lotus Emira is in there. That's new. The RX-8's finally back in the game since, like, when? Need for Speed Hot Pursuit? Bunch of Mercs. Obviously, we have the 190 now. 190E. New Countach. Up there it is. It was at the very top. Lamborghini Countach LPI 800. That's basically, I get it's built off the Aventador platform, but that it's still cool that we have that. Like I like the new Countach. The 5M server I play on has the new Lamborghini Countach. I've been like street racing in that on there. It's pretty fun. Also, we have the fucking, what's it called? The S14's in here now. We got the Nissan Z, the new prototype. New Fair Lady's in there. There's probably some other stuff. A lot of stuff from Heat's in here as well. BRZ, Impreza, Hawkeye, and all that. There's a lot of, again, they did talk about stuff coming in post-launch. Again, you gotta take that with a grain of salt, knowing the post-launch support history for Need for Speed games, because they're typically not that good. Yeah, no, R33, just a lot of cars that could be represented. Like Honda Del Sol. Like, like, my mind's going through the roof with cars that I think should be in the game. Even, like, muscle cars, too. Skylines are there. Just not the R33. Yeah, no. GTR, the R34 is there. Oh yeah, we have the GSX. Eclipse GSX is back in Need for Speed after how long? And then I know the GTRs, the other GTRs in here. Yep. R32 is right there. Yes, sir. Yeah, no. The good thing with if there's something I kind of do want to be disappointed by at launch, it is the car list. Like, it's a serviceable car list, but like, it's also something they can add on to. Now, here's the thing. The add-on support for Need for Speed games has never been that good. And they're saying they're going to be adding a lot of stuff to the game post-launch, but who knows if that means new cars. I'm going to have to see it to believe it. Personally. And then, obviously, we know the game takes place in Lakeshore City, which is basically Chicago. But it gives you a little pretext to... Oh, by the way, I just realized I wasn't streaming. I just realized I was on my camera. I'm an idiot. I was just looking at the car list. I'm highlighting stuff, but I just realized no one can see that. Yeah, no, it's a little strange for me. From a development standpoint, I kind of understand. Because the cop cars in Need for Speed Unbound still seem to be like the 2014 Chargers. That they have been since Need for Speed 2015, Payback, and Heat. But from a development standpoint, I can understand the model's already made and programmed and everything. But it's going to be weird because then we finally have a 2019 SRT Hellcat Charger. And that's in the game, but I don't know. If not, it's all good, Marcus. Let's take a look. I mean, we've seen this map. I mean, I'm guessing this is all like industrial. This area kind of looks like industrial. I do wish, I mean, the city looks very, gritty, very, I do wish it was a little bigger. Again, it may feel big. We may sit down and play the game, and it may feel big. But at the same time, I wish this was a little bigger. Just a little bigger. Like, instead of having this, I'd have the city extend to, like, the north here. Or maybe have some suburbs. And then, instead of having this kind of, like, empty spot here, I would, like, connect the steel mill. I'd have, like, something else, like, city-wise. Personally, that's what I would do. Rydell's rides will be your first safe house, allowing you to fix up your ride, stash your cash, and duck from the cops while your heat dies down. So it looks like heat isn't just going to go away when you escape the cops. It's going to be like heat where like it stays, which is nice. Gazi Pro, it's good, my friend. And the storm drain. That's over here. You're not supposed to be here, but you are. Pull up to your first meetup at the storm drain and challenge the best of Lakeshore's underground street racing community. I say as my mouth gets stuck because there's peanut butter in there. That's a very fair assessment, Marcus. Like, I need to see gameplay. I need to sit down and play the game. But yeah. So, also, when it comes to meetups seem to be where you do races and everything like that, and you like put bets. According to AR12, like gaming, like the news site from AR12, obviously. Basically, when you do a race, every racer puts in a pot, like money into a pot, and then you race and the winner gets the pot, obviously. But then you can also 1v1 other specific racers. I'm guessing there's like certain racers that hanging out at each meetup spot, and you challenge those racers, and then like you can 1v1 them for cash. Which is a really cool idea. Think of it like Forza Horizon 1's street racing hubs, where like there's a bunch of races at a single meetup, and you can all select them there. That's what I think it is. Palm City was unfortunately a lot smaller than I wish it was. Like the downtown kind of just ended, and you were in like farmland and everything. I'm hoping this map feels a little more, I guess you could say, jam-packed. And then I have no idea what the fuck's happening over here. I want to know what this is. Like, all of this. Like, what is going on here? Is there like a city here? Like, what's going on there? And there's apparently another town down here. Get noticed under the lights. Flaunt your unique style among the freshest street art and illuminations as you disrupt the fun on the fairground with some unruly driving. Let me open up this picture. But now, this city looks great. Do I still think it'll be Break to Drift? Probably. Probably. I'm just hoping that it's good. CJ gags on peanut butter. I basically am. Single player and online will have a separate campaign. I've been noticing that. I hope they talk more about it, because that still is a little confusing. But that's what I'm thinking. That's the way they made it sound. Yeah, I think that'll be good. Rudiger's Safe House, Yams Park. Wait, what is this, number 4? Let's go. Let's go, Cubs. The Bears, the Bears. We just need someone that goes, the Bears, every single time you talk to him in this game. Like, I hope everyone has, like, a stereotypical Chicago accent. Just like a safe house. This safe house looks really cool, by the way. Need for Speed peanut butter. What the fuck? I thought that was like a notification that you were playing something. This is cool. There's like an actual racetrack. Push your custom to the limit when with twisting corners, a slick courtyard for drifting, and jumps to test the wings on your ride. The Kennedy test track has it all. Easy to get caught up in the urban jungle. Head out to the quarry, get your rims muddy, and fill the domes with layers of stylized smoked tire. Hoping there's not off-roading in this game. Hoping that off-roading's not like a big deal in this game. And then the L train, city to city from a new perspective. The L train's tracks run through the heart of the city, and Lakeshore's most disruptive drivers aren't known for buying a ticket. So basically, that means you're gonna be able to drive on this, which is really cool. New version of something about the Frostbite engine? Do I prefer the city in Heat or Unbound? Again, it's... I've played Heat, like... I put, like, hundreds of hours into Heat. I've not played Unbound yet. So it's going to be really hard to compare. I do think this looks more... is going to look more like a city. Feel more like a city. I mean, Heat felt like a city. Heat was a proper city. It's basically Miami. I've actually been to Miami before. I've not been to Chicago. I've flown into Chicago. Like, I've flown over Chicago. John Madden, American football. Like, I've flown into Chicago on, like, a layover, and it was cool, like, flying over the lake in the city at night. And that was cool. Like, I've seen Chicago, but I've never left the airport. So, I've never been to Chicago. Chicago looks like a really cool city. It reminds me a lot of New York. Don't let someone from Chicago hear me say that, but because they'll probably kill me. But like, I'm gonna have to see. Damn, they love John F. Kennedy here. Lakeshore is a city that demands attention. Head up to the mountains, pull some drifts, and hear that engine roars. The city skyline provides the perfect backdrop. Now this looks tight. This road looks tight. No, I do want to go to Chicago at some point. It's a really cool city from what I hear. Exactly. I want the game to look as good as it can. And Ghosts never were really able to make the game look that good. The game looked like ass a lot of times. Alright, I gotta finish eating this at some point. You might get shot. I go to Philly all the time and I've never been shot. Like, come on. John F. Kennedy football. But anyway, step into the world of Lakeshore City. When a robbery at a family auto shop tears two friends apart, it marks the rise from rookie to top racer on a journey to win the ultimate street race and reclaim the priceless car that was stolen. So basically, I guess your car gets like nicked and you have to like get it back. I'm hoping they kind of keep it with like the street racing kind of like story as opposed to Heat, where they kind of just made it about criminal cops and everything. Personally, I mean, I look back at Need for Speed 2015's story, and Need for Speed 2015's story I've appreciated more as I've grown older and as I've kind of like experienced owning my own car and going to street meets in real life. I've appreciated it more, a lot more. Because it's a very niche story. And when I was 15, I thought it was a little bit of a lame story. But now that I'm in my 20s and I have my own car, I've been to street meets before, you know, I've allegedly street raced before. You know, as a car owner, as someone who's into like cars a lot more now, as like a thing, because back in the day, I was more so just into racing games. I wasn't necessarily into cars. Nowadays, I'm more into cars, you know, like in real life. So I appreciate that story a lot more. But with Need for Speed Unbound, they're obviously targeting a different audience. So I don't know how that would work. CJ, a criminal. Used to live in Chicago. Trash Anime Gamer, what's up, my friend? What do we got here? Oh, man. God, I just realized... I gotta shave. I gotta shave at some point. I'm starting to get neck beardy. I don't really care about ray tracing. I just hope the game looks good. If stunting on the Lakeshore's finest drivers is enough, challenge multi-hyphenated artist, entrepreneur, actor, and fashion icon A$AP Rocky in a brand new event, or you have to prove your skills. So, from what I'm guessing, from what I'm kind of like gathering, the race again, like there's a challenge where you race A$AP Rocky for his car. I'm guessing it's just gonna kind of be like a one-off event, or maybe like a tournament or something. It's probably not a major part of the story, I'm guessing. For what I'm gathering. That's what I'm guessing. Do we say style? Get noticed with hundreds of cosmetic items. Cosmetics look a lot better in this game, I will say that. Maybe it has to do with the cell shading, you know? I don't really know. Don't forget to look the part. You gotta sound the part too. Bump a genre-defining soundtrack of trailblazing artists from the world of hip-hop led by A$AP Rocky and Ouch. Oh, it's his agency. Okay. Including world premiere of A$AP Rocky's brand new track, Shittin' Me. They really, like, can they really put this in the game? Like, because, like, I listened to this the other day. Like, because this was, like, unreleased for a longest time. And literally 90% of the lyrics was literally just shit me. Like, are they gonna have to censor every single time he says shit? Or like, I don't know if the actual version is a lot different. Because I noticed in the trailer there's a lot more lyrics. I don't know. No, the song's good. I just don't know how they're gonna really fit it in the game, unless it's they're doing the typical Need for Speed thing, where they put a song in the trailer but not in the game. They've done that how many times now? Gangster's Paradise, Rip Coolio, by the way. That was not in the game. But everyone, when you think Gangster's Paradise, you think 2015. And they had like a full orchestra version too, but it just wasn't in the game. Take your racing next level and make your friends your rivals in multiplayer. Connect with online street racing community, underground meetups across Lakeshore, and discover the best routes through the city in free roam. I'm hoping you can create your own meetups and have private lobbies. I'm hoping you can do that. Yeah, is shit one of those words? Because with Heat's soundtrack, I turned it off immediately. I thought it was dog shit. Release the ugly cut. Yo, where Cardi at, though? Whole lot of red? I want some whole lot of red. Bruh, I'm only gonna play this for like a second because copyright, but I mean, I want to be able to get into a car and hear this blaring as I fucking get out. Audio jungle. Alright, I'm not gonna play any more of that because I don't want to get copyrighted, but yeah. I want to hear that when I play the game. Pre-order, you can get, so basically you can play it from December 2nd, but if you pre-order the Palace Edition, a character pose. Ooh, I wonder if there's like emotes. You can emote in this game. CJ will never release a video like a tribute to men and women law enforcement. Bro, fuck 12. Starting November 29th is when you'll be able to play the game at first. So here's the thing that, like, again, I need to see it to believe it. It says, the world of Lakeshore never stands still through a series of free content updates that will be made available after launch and include new features, experiences, content drops, and more. I seriously hope that EA Criterion can get live service down for Need for Speed for once. I don't want any more Need for Speed games where support gets dropped 2 months after release. I don't want any more content drop. I don't want any more like dog shit like releases like the Castrol pack or like for Need for Speed Payback where they're fixing the game. 2015 was the closest that we got to good content, but they fucking dropped it like not even 6 months later. I seriously hope they can get live service down with this game. Like The Crew 2. The Crew 2, dog shit game. One of the worst racing games I've ever played, but they just keep updating it. Like, they keep, like, piling on, like, content to it. You know? Forza, same thing. Forza's a great game. Boring as hell, though. Game gets mad boring. It's basically just a reskin every year. But they keep adding stuff to it. Need for Speed does something different every time it releases, and I actually love playing the game, but they just don't update it. So I'm seriously praying that we get at least like a year worth of content. What's wrong with crossplay? Because this game has crossplay, there's no cross progression now. Yeah, it's only available on new gen and PC. Freshest Customs, beat him in a race. And there's another. Oh yeah, there's the GameSpot. Let me just go. Here we go. It's IGN actually. And there's a lot. I guess like some exclusive info. I told you to shut up. There's some exclusive content from this article as well for IGN. Fun fact, I was called up to test the upcoming update for the Crew 2. Really? Can they, like, knock it off? Can they just, like, work on the next game, please? They gotta, like, knock it off. Like, come on. I'm willing to bet damage is probably coming back. I'm hoping it's a thing. Frostbite engine to deliver 4K 60 FPS visuals and free roaming open world called Lakeshore. The physics will run at a high frame rate as well, offering more control and nuance to physical movement of the cars. I don't really know much about physics, so I mean, I'll just take them as at their word. Trailer released Thursday offered fans their first look at the newly revamped art style, which is meant to reflect the franchise's return to street racing roots, as well as the input of rapper A$AP Rocky, who has his own mode in the new entry. Burst Nitrous, I don't know what that means. So it's basically here. Blah, blah, blah. It's stuff we already know. Stuff we already know. Stuff we already know. It's reflected in Need for Speed Unbound single player, which will feature a completely new campaign structure. So when you go in a race, there's buy-in, which basically you have to be able to play the race, and then you can win that back with a reward if you do well, or you can lose that money. So that's really interesting. That's how like people when people do organized street racing, they'll put their money into a pot. Like, there's no, like, you're gonna lose your money if you lose. Yeah, no, I agree, Abdullah, but, like, I don't want to upset myself by thinking about the Crew 2. I want to think about Unbound. Travis Scott DLC. Yeah, Crew 2 overstayed their welcome fucking years ago. Anyway, so you have the choice. So you have to make a choice in which race you want to do and what buy-ins you're comfortable with. Every single race also gives you a little bit of heat. So if you do lots and lots of races in one session, your heat can build up and you'll take a huge gamble on the money that you're carrying around as well. So it's like Need for Speed Heat in that sense, where like all the money you have can be taken away from you if you get arrested by the police. But you get more and more money as like you progress through the night. Any message for Kill a Stuntman Pro King? God. We out here. I don't know what else to say. We out here. I saw this. Boo. Boo sent me this. I meant to see it a hot second ago. But for those of you who don't know, this is really funny, by the way. For those of you who don't know, when the car list first came out, earlier today. When he went to the Ferrari section, there was just like this. There was a bunch of Ferraris listed, but one of the Ferraris was just Ferrari. The Ferrari. So that's really funny. Need for Speed Dark Souls? Every single race also gives you a little bit of heat. It will also include what Criterion describes as an immersive narrative in which two friends are torn apart by a robbery at a family auto shop, leaving the player to try and reclaim a priceless car by winning the ultimate street race. Every single one of those characters, we've actually made them full characters this time, Crimmins says. They've got little story arcs, they've got personalities, they've got their own car customization and style that you can see them driving around. So this also kind of like leads back into me thinking about there's a little like smudge on my case. Thinking about like how you can 1v1 each person at a meetup, like 1v1ing like certain racers with their own car, their own style. That's really cool. Kind of like how Need for Speed Most Wanted, you have different racers with different cars, you know, that type of stuff. Should have seen your joke. What joke? We are trying to make the player feel like we are trying to make the player feel like an illicit street racer and make crazy bets like an illicit street racer and feel the highs and lows and thrills of what it means to kind of embody that fantasy. More than you can afford, pal. Ferrari. We got our water. We're fine. We're fine. We got our water. That cough just kind of caught up to me. Drink your water. Drink your water. Drink your water, ladies and gentlemen. Drink your water. That element extends into side bets, which will allow players to target individual characters. It's like, I'm going to make sure I beat this character, and I'm going to make sure I beat this character, Crimmins says. It's not as big as the buy-in and rewards of picking the event, but it's personal. Cops, of course, will be omnipresent in Need for Speed Unbound, but Criterion's approach will be more tactical this time round. Individual vehicles will have their own strengths and weaknesses, which players will be able to exploit during chases. So individual vehicles will have their own strengths and weaknesses. I'm guessing that means like Crown Vics, you're going to be able to take out a little easier or drive away from easier. The Chargers are going to have their own kind of like characteristics, and then like the Raptors and the Corvettes are good, that type of stuff. That's what I'm guessing. Cops have at times presented an interesting problem for the series. They are a necessary part of any Need for Speed game. Except Need for Speed Payback and Need for Speed Pro Street, you know. But I know what they mean. They are a necessary part of any Need for Speed game, but that they can prove disruptive or intrusive if a player wants to complete a task or simply vibe. Need for Speed Unbound addresses this by giving players the chance to deliberately decide how much cop heat they take on. I'm guessing by making it so like, oh, if you want to experience more heat, like stay out in the night, risk it more. Or if you want to just kind of chill and vibe a little bit, do like a race or two, head to the garage, race or two, head to the garage, that type of thing. That's what I'm guessing. Need for Speed Unbound addresses this by giving players the chance to deliberately decide how much cop heat they take on. The mechanic that governs how aggressive the police will be at any given time. Criterion is also including a police scanner and a spotting mechanic. I wonder what the spotting mechanic is. I'm hoping this game has longevity. Not with Tyler Morgan. Get that motherfucker Tyler Morgan. I don't want to see that bitch ass Tyler Morgan anywhere in this game. I don't want to see him anywhere near Chicago. I don't want to see this motherfucking Tyler Morgan anywhere near this game. Nah. I don't know what that nah was, but multiplayer meanwhile has been turned Multiplayer, meanwhile, has been tuned to be as low friction as possible. When you go into the multiplayer mode, you can drive around the world, meet up with your friends, or just mess around. Why am I like putting an emphasis on this. While there, people will be pinging off race requests and playlist requests, and you can seamlessly join any of those events at any time. Cho mama. The mode includes a banner system that will allow players to show off photos and achievements. Neither Criterion nor EA were ready to discuss whether Need for Speed Unbound will have a battle pass or any other type of monetization. However, EA did confirm that it will feature a series of free content updates. I wouldn't bet if there's free content updates, it's probably gonna be fucking like monetization at some point. Don't be surprised if there is. After launch, including new features, experiences, content drops, and more. EA says it will reveal more details on post-launch content soon. Payback 2? Get that shit out of here. I don't want to see no Payback 2. I think the spotting mechanic would be kind of like an undercover. What do you mean? What's the spotting mechanic in Most Wanted in Carbon? I don't really know what you guys are talking about. Hell yeah, Payback 2? No, hell no. Get that shit out of here. I don't want to see no Payback 2. Hey. Okay, I'm done being stupid. One way or another, Need for Speed Unbound will include plenty of ways to make your car your own, including fully customizable characters, body kits, and wraps, as well as tiered view. Okay. Woo! Let's go! Finally. Fuck. Need for Speed finally has this. Where was I? As well as tiered vehicles similar to Forza Horizon. I'm hoping that means like B class, A class, S class, like that type of thing. That's what I'm hoping. So that way, like, we can, like, we don't have to, like, I guess you could say, upgrade our cars to max always, you know, like that type of thing. We can enjoy slower racing, you know. I like that feature about Forza, so I'm hoping that's what they're bringing to Need for Speed Unbound. And tie-ins with loads of really high-end prestigious brands. Gameplay customization will also include thousands of combinations for car tuning, as well as tiered vehicles similar to Forza Horizon. Again, finally. Crimmins wasn't able to say how many cars will be in the new release, but only that will have a lot. Blondie's a punk band. Yeah, they are. You have that beeping or buzzing where it detects that there are cops nearby. Oh, I'm guessing a radar or something like that. Beep 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 beep. Yeah, like a scan. Yeah, a radar detector. Yeah. It's all wrapped up in what Crimmins claims to be the deepest driving system and the best handling that Criterion has ever put in one of its racing games. It's augmented by a brand new physics system, which Webster calls a super sophisticated physical simulation that's comparable to other big driving sims. Now that worries me a little, that they're comparing Need for Speed to a driving sim, because Need for Speed is not a driving sim. The difference, Webster says, is that Need for Speed aims to be accessible as possible via driver assist mechanics while maintaining a high skill ceiling. I think players are really going to be able to feel the difference, to be able to, across a broad range of vehicle types, feel the difference between a nimble, small European car or a large American muscle or a hypercar, and that when they get into more specifics of adjusting how that car handles by modifying its to suit their performance preferences, that shows you the level of breadth and depth that we're able to uncover with that tech. Oh wow, there's a lot in this article. I'm hoping, I was about to mention, the RSR in this game better not be super overpowered. Because it was super overpowered in the past 3 games. Like, come on, bro. We need the RSR to be dog shit this game. Let's see here. Heavy, blah, blah, blah. According to Crimmins, the style grew out of a conversation about what the series is about, namely trend-setting and rebellion. At the same time, Criterion wanted to find a way to provide interesting feedback when a player was driving well. So yeah, no, this is cool. Hoping the game's good. Hashtag nerf the RSR. Well, I'm hoping that like the RSR is good, but like not the only good car. That's what I'm hoping. Jalopnik have anything interesting to say, or is it just gonna be like basically everything we already know? Now this is something I wanted to touch on. This, not this. Express yourself. Pop, pop. Change your lane. That's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for like the no. Is it here? Yep, here we go. Okay. So basically, yeah, no, the cover art goes hard. Goes hard as hell though. So we have the Need for Speed Unbound reveal. And now there's 1, 2, 3. Oh my god. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there's 6 content, I guess you could say, updates about the game. So I'm guessing these could be like under the hood articles or something about the game. So basically, if we look up 6 weeks from now, 6 weeks from today is Thursday, November 10th. So roughly, we can probably expect a content update. Since it's already October, we can probably already expect a content update about the game like every like week or so. That's what I'm guessing. If they have all of these like updates planned to like talk about the game, I'm willing to bet that like they're doing maybe like one every week or one every other week. Yeah, that's what I'm guessing, which is really cool. So honestly, next week we might hear more about the game. Like I'm guessing it's gonna be like a blitz of like just info and like promotion for the game. So I wonder if there's like a strategy to them announcing this game in October. Because I kind of forget it's already October. It's like 75 degrees outside. It's nice out. You know, it still feels a little bit like summer, but like October. It's late in the year. So I kind of forget that like games are starting to release around this time. Granted, Need for Speed got delayed till December, but still, I'm willing to bet they're probably just gonna like blitz all this info out, try to get as much publicity as we can, not let like the game kind of like simmer down for a moment and then release it. That's what I'm guessing they're gonna do. Yeah, no, I need to see gameplay. I want to see gameplay. I want to see gameplay. I want to see gameplay. That's what I think we need. Out of everything, I think we need gameplay like the most. Because I want to see like how the game works, like how the game looks. Daytime, like Need for Speed during the daytime has looked like ass for like 5 years. Payback and Heat looked like ass during the daytime. I'm hoping this game, because like from what we saw, picture wise, I mean you can make the picture like the daytime and Heat looked good during like the actual like promotion, but I mean this looks good. This looks great. I'm hoping the game looks good, like this good when it comes out, or even better. But I think that's going to be like the crux to everything. We need to see gameplay. Don't see any sense to pre-order the game, and with those extra things, get your pre-order. I'll keep my money and buy the game when it releases. I mean, I'm a creator, so I need to. I need to pre-order it, basically. Yeah, no, I'm hoping, and it seems to be like just street racing focused. There doesn't seem to be a thing about anything about like a legal side, like a legal racing festival, like in Need for Speed Heat. That doesn't really seem to be a thing. In this game, it seems to be all about the street racing, which I'm fine with. But I will say the Need for Speed Heat like day and nighttime thing was really cool. I think that was a really good. It was a really good gameplay loop when like, you know, it was coming out. I'm gonna go on. No, I want the website. Let's see what they're talking about. Oh, here's another picture. This is taken from the trailer. But nah, that map looks really cool. Chicago. Beautiful city of Chicago. Anyone remember Midtown Madness 1? Chicago. Chicago. See if there's any, we're doing the $70 thing. Wait a minute. But the Palace Edition's 71. That's like $3 more. That's weird. Are there any other pictures on the store page, or is it just stuff we've already seen? That's stuff we've already seen. That's whatever. There you go. The game is coined internally as a soft reboot, and as such does some things rather different to previous Need for Speed entries. For starters, Unbound has a distinct comic book, a cartoon-esque anime influence. Including visual effects when driving fast, performing drifts and jumps, or having collisions. Certainly looks unique and will undoubtedly attract a new audience. Characters in Need for Speed Unbound are much more diverse than before, offering fair representation across gender, ethnicity, culture, and personal expression. Player models therefore look rather different than previous Need for Speed games. The game is built upon a brand new physics engine Criterion General Manager describes as a super sophisticated physical simulation comparable to other driving sims, and that's all with IGN. Autolog also powers the new meetups feature, where players can host their own car meets, swap rides, and place bets on racing outcomes. I hope a lot of that's true. Especially where you can host your own car meet. I'm hoping that means private lobbies. I'm praying that means private lobbies. That would make shit so much easier when doing content. And just in general, being able to just cruise with who you want to cruise, or hang out, race with people you want to. Swap rides. I wonder if you can like take other people's rides for test drives. I think that'd be a really cool feature. Or even like trade cars or buy cars, or fuck, even pink slips. Imagine if we could have pink slips. We could like challenge each other to pink slips. Granted, that'd be fucking toxic. That would get toxic as hell. But still, that'd be cool as hell. And place bets on racing outcomes. Yo, shout out Midtown Madness 1. I was more of a Midtown Madness 2 guy, but Midtown Madness 1, man. So yeah, I think that's pretty much all the info that we've got on Need for Speed Unbound. Why did I say it like that? That's weird. But yeah, I think that's about all we know about the game as of the 6th, as of reveal day. I need some more water. Starting to get a little headache. Yeah, it's good to have. I mean, it's part of street racing, you know? And what other racing games have pink slips nowadays? Last racing game they had was like, what, Midnight Club, LA? What was I gonna say? But yeah, what are your guys' thoughts just overall? What are some things that you want to see in Unbound? Like, what are just some, like, what are you expecting out of the game? Or, like, what are some things you want to see? Like, in terms of Need for Speed. And while you're typing that out, because there is a little bit of a delay, I'm going to hit the John real quick. So I will be right back. I really need to pee. I'm sorry. I'm back. Oh Lord. Test Drive Limited Solar Crown. I do not have high hopes for that game. Hoping it's good, but I don't think it will. I'm keeping my expectations low, between low and mid expectations, and I hope it blows my expectations out of the sky. If it does, I'm putting it on the list of my all-time favorite Need for Speed games. It's looking really good, but here's the thing. I don't know about you. You might have been different. But who remembers Payback? I'm going to load up. This is probably a bad omen. I really shouldn't do this, but when I watched this trailer, okay, we all know how this game turned out. When I watched this trailer, whenever it decides to load, oh great, it's gonna be work. Okay, it wasn't like this. It's because I'm watching in 4K maybe, and I'm streaming. Let's pop it 1080p. There we go. Oh my god. But come on, when we saw this laggy, it wasn't laggy as fuck back then, but like when we saw this trailer, we thought this shit was cool as hell. Okay, we thought this game was gonna be good too.
Get me close to him.
I know it's a bad omen. It's a bad omen. It's so bad it lags itself.
There's something much bigger going
Come,
on.
like we thought this was good too. Like I am getting a little bit of like nostalgia from seeing this trailer, not because of the game itself, but because the time in my life when this happened. It was a fun time in my life, but like still.
Hey, Mac.
Hey Mac,
You built this all yourself?
built this all yourself? Like we thought this was gonna be good too,
Any scrap into a supercar.
even though they were trying to be Forza.
Right here. That's the future.
We own these streets, Tyler. And the house always wins.
Like you can make anything look good.
Well, not tonight it didn't.
Like that shit look cool, you know? And the game ended up being dog shit. But then look, I'm gonna put a good omen on. I'm gonna put a good omen. Actually, no, that's right. When they revealed Need for Speed, like the actual reveal trailer, because they teased it first. But who remembers when we saw this? I mean, everyone knows where they were when this dropped. Everybody knows where they were when this dropped. Freshman year of high school, I'm sitting at lunch when this dropped, and I was like, yo, let's go. I was like, like the entire time. But this, who remembers this?
Yo, what's that?
I'm getting goosebumps just watching this now. I'll throw on a good omen there. That's a good omen. That's a good omen right there. What was I gonna say? Better handling, more customization, aggressive bounce cops, better good multiplayer is what I'm expecting. Don't remind me of Payback, please. You prefer Payback over 2015? Ah! That's my response. But yeah, I don't know. I'm excited. Again, I will say, Need for Speed Unbound, this trailer shows probably the least amount of gameplay out of like all these. So I'm really hoping they supplement us with some like actual gameplay soon. Because I remember back in the day, you teased your game a week before E3. You revealed the game at E3. You showed us gameplay right there. And then from there, you just promote the game. It's a lot different nowadays, so I'm hoping we get gameplay soon. They seem to be going with a blitz of just like promotion. So I'm hoping that's what they do. I'm hoping we could see some gameplay or, that type of thing. Unite 2015 did bring me... Yeah, no, to Unite 2015 and also doing when I did the... By the way, if you have not watched the permadeath playthrough I did of Need for Speed 2015 earlier in the summer, I highly recommend you do. The full playthrough is on my main channel. Definitely check that out. So much fun. So much fun. But Unite 2015, basically, like, I had not played 2015 in over a year. Reinstalled Unite. It's a game changer. If you have Need for Speed on PC, like 2015, you do not have Unite installed, I highly recommend you do. It's a game changer. Unite Payback didn't do the same thing for me. Unite Payback it's better, but like the game itself is just so fucked that like I just don't want to play it. So that's kind of how I am with that. Gold standard right there. Amen. Amen. Maybe not in physics. Physics department is not necessarily gold standard, but yeah. I have played a Payback Unite. I have. I don't know. I just can't get over the fact that it's Payback. I spent a good like 3-4 hours with it. Like, it's good. Like, the mod itself is great. They did a fantastic job with the mod. Don't get it twisted. But the actual game itself is so bad that I just don't want to play it. You know? When it comes to Unite, or when it comes to Need for Speed in general, I'm typically playing 2015 or Heat. That's just how it is with me. Personally. The PC... That's right. PC didn't come out till 2016. And they nostalgia baited everyone with the song. $4K? Unlocked frame rate. Can confirm. Yeah, Payback's atmosphere is so bad. You don't want to play a wheel with this at all. That's right. Manual transmission wasn't like on launch. That was like an update. That's cool. Wild. Yeah, no, Unite Heat's also really good. Especially the new update. Like, I don't know how they made the game look better, but also run better. Don't know. They're fucking wizards or some shit. I don't really know. Oh, worst offender. I don't want to end this on a bad omen, but who remembers this Gamescom trailer where they just completely showcased a mission that was not in the game? Like, all of this is not in the game, like, at all. Funny how I played the 2015 like trailers and they were not laggy at all. All the Payback ones are like fuck. Like my computer's heaving. My computer's dry heaving trying to play these Payback fucking trailers.
Nice tie, another first place. Next time, I put my money on you.
Yeah, this was also not in the game.
All right, get me out of here, man. Move. They're closing the road ahead. A small window on the left. You sure I'm gonna fit? Plenty of room.
Yeah, this was not in the game. Like, bro. Yo.
Let's get you home. Sounds good to me. At the end of this, you will need to turn left at... Whoa! It's a cop! No!
Yeah, the trailer's just cooking my CPU. But this was awful. Like, everyone thought this was gonna be in the game, and it just wasn't. Like, bro.
You're breaking up. Big Rhino. Go!
Yeah, low key.
Big ass Rhino coming at you.
Really? I didn't notice. Alright then. Let's try to keep up.
Yeah, I remember. They really were promoting this car at that E3. And they're just like, hey, let's just not put this mission in a game. Yeah. So, I really don't want to end off on a... Oh, yeah, no free roam cops as well. Like, bro, I remember they didn't say shit about that. And then someone innocently asked on the Need for Speed Reddit about that. And I remember people were actually flaming this guy because they're like, of course the game's got free roam cops. Of course, you're stupid. And then Ben comes in. He probably saw this like thing and is like, oh jeez, I can't. How do I break the bad news to them? Like, And then he said that they wouldn't, and then that just the firestorm from there. So yeah. I don't know whose idea it was to like take out free roam cops, but I mean that was a long time ago. It's been amended with Need for Speed Heat, you know, and it looks like wait, knock on wood, that Need for Speed Unbound has free roam police. They said that like your heat goes up during races. I don't see a situation where the game doesn't have free roam police, but I'm willing to bet there's a possibility. You can never know with Need for Speed at this point. You can never know. But yeah. Give me 2 twos. I will BRB. Yeah, I did not put my BRB on. It might have been his. I don't know. He doesn't do Need for Speed anymore, so it's whatever. Yeah, just as a whole. Anyway, I'm off. Yeah, basically streams from now on are gonna be on this channel. But yeah, thank you to everyone who came by, stopped by on the stream channel. I don't know when I'm gonna be live again, honestly, because I work 40 hours. Quite a bit. I do want to stream at some point soon, but again, no promises of when I'm gonna be streaming next. I do want to thank you all for hanging out with me tonight. I'm excited for Need for Speed Unbound. I hope you all are too, and I can't wait to play this game. I'm gonna be definitely streaming a lot more, doing a lot more content when the game comes out, but upwards into the game as well. I do want to stream at some point soon. But that's it for me tonight. Thank you all for hanging out. I will see you all later. Have a good night, everyone.